Hello everyone, my name is Luigi and welcome to my modded Egret Marina build in Fallout 4. Here we are treading water as we go towards the settlement, and we can see we've got a giant sculpture guarding the settlement. This is from the Unlock Settlement Objects mod, and this is a copy of Liberty Prime, and he's on a stone plinth. And I've actually got some foundations to prove it. And I wanted sort of like a Colossus type figure to guard the front of the settlement. I think it makes a nice imposing figure. Alright. I'll give you a day tour and then a night tour. And here on this nautical knot thing is where presumably we stop off as we arrive at the settlement, and this is where we begin. We can walk the docks, and we got some basic crafting. We've got a power armor station, we got a chemistry set so we can make some chems, and it's useful for the Freemaker mod, which I used in conjunction with the OCDecorator, which I'll explain later. And so this is my marketplace, and if I go here you can see that I've got some railroad flag type roofs on it, and it fixes up and it looks nice, and it's held up by these concrete posts. So I've got a general trader, weapons, clinic and the bar, which I'll show later, and they all got their own unique costumes. This general person is wearing basic vest and slacks gear. The weapons merchant is wearing some caged armor, and the clinic is staffed by a female Dr. Ghoul, and it looks pretty cool. This is Phyllis Daly, who actually owns this settlement, and you can get it from her. She actually has a very tragic backstory, and I convinced her to stay, just to give everyone a couple of things. Okay, let's check out the rest of the settlement. I did nothing in there, so we won't go in there. I tried to block the area, but sometimes NPCs like to travel to the parking lot, and so I left this crate with a little bit of space. It's a shame, but I had to do that. This is a memorial to Phyllis's grandson, which, spoiler alert, she accidentally shot and killed, and you can see someone's left a couple of hub flowers there. A nice little memorial to reference Phyllis. Thank you for letting us use your settlement. And I've built a lot of crosswalks. As you can see, there's one here, and one over here, and one by the primary dock. And they're all lit up. And this is where the greenhouse. It's got a railroad flag. We can enter here. And we got a bunch of carrot planters over here on some counters, and it was pretty hard to figure out how to put it in there. We also got some brain fungus, which this lady is farming, and we also got like a sculptural piece. These boxes have been stacked on the edge of this fallen shelving unit, which I couldn't scrap. And so the settlers have been very cheeky and tried to stack the boxes over there into the ceiling before it crashes down. It's kind of cool. We've got some potted carrots for decoration, sort of clipping issues, I apologize, and a camera, which comes a recurring theme. I added this door here and patched up the side, just a working door, working double doors. Pretty cool. This light is interesting But first I added this, I didn't, and you can knock it there, and it's sort of a movable light. You can see the light changes around it, and I sort of kept it there. It was unique and different. Okay, let's shut this down, and let's check out this sediment at night. And this is what my sediment looks like at night. As you can see, you see these street lamps, and these are found in the decoration menu in miscellaneous by the USO mod. And then I added on top, you can see up there is a connector point, and I connected them up with electricity, and then I put like a ceiling light, and I think it's a cute little invention. And I put a whole bunch of these street lights, and it looks pretty cool. All of these walkways are lit up just like in a real marina, and you can see from this angle lit up. From here this was also lit up. I've based this on marinas on pictures that I googled, frankly. That is Kate, and today she's wearing a nice dress and some glasses. Pretty cool dress, which I created. And this is what I like. This place is blocked by some bollards, so the NPCs can't fall in. But I thought this was a really unique building. This red rock, it comes with a sediment, and I managed to push this boat through the ceiling, and I put a light and the liquor sign, and it just looks cool. I didn't use any mods, I didn't use a glitch, it just happened to be like that. The boats can't get on the water, but they sure can go through the wall. And it just looks pretty cool, like one of those restaurants where like trucks and vehicles are like simply crashing into the ceiling. Very cool. Okay, so I wanted this to be a bar, but I couldn't get the bar function to work. So open this door. It's a sliding door. It clips, but what you gonna do? And so this is sort of like a pantry. Oh, sorry, Kate. And here we are. I've patched up with some fencing. Pretty crude, but it works. Got a radio. You've got a bunch of cameras. The story behind this place, in my head canon, is that this was once staffed by some photographers, and who since died when the bombs dropped, and so they've left a bunch of cameras here. You got, this is synthetic gorilla meat, which is one of the rest, and that's a fun little scene. Shut this once again. As you can see, you've got the cash register, and you've got a bunch of Nuka-Cola. This is where the settlers store all their drinks and foods. And a bunch of Nuka-Cola. You got Quantum, you got Cherry, all sorts of different flavors. You got some cat meat here. Don't bother asking where I get it. Some magazines to read. Here's some plates and some rolling pins that are used to get the food here. And this is a larder. Not quite impressive, but we've got some tin meat, we've got some boxes of 200-year-old food, and a spare roasted jaguar, I think, or rat steak, one of them. So just a unique pantry. Anyway, close that. Here, as Kate demonstrates, is a nice little place where the NPCs can go after a hard working day, and it's set up for to be used. Kate's enjoying her Nuka-Cola, some jaguar meat, and there's also a lit cigar, a lighter, some cigarettes. Someone's having a nice smoke. Someone's sophisticated. They're getting a Quantum. A just nice place to sit and eat. Here, I'm most proud of it, even though it's quite mundane. You got protected by some bollards, and this man, as he demonstrates, it's got some benches and trash cans, bench and a trash can, and this is like some kind of nice symmetry here, and like it just makes it more lived in. This is the bar where everybody comes at night, and I made it like decorated its own little bit in the boardwalk. As you can see, people can sit down, they can have their beers. It's decorated by a little plant. We got our friend here in his sequin dress manning the bar, because we serve all kinds of people here. We do not discriminate. And it's just decorated with these pot plants and this bear, which I always wanted to use in one of my settlements. And it's just a little small area. You can see the settlers can still walk the boardwalk and interact with other people, and it's sort of like a nice decorated piece. As we can see from here, it's a lovely little area, just a lovely little bar for end of the night. And I based it on real stuff. The final place I want to show you is the beds. As you can see, this are bunk beds which came from with the mod, and it's all clean and they count as 2 beds, and people are sleeping in it right now. Not much decoration, just laid these mats down because the size of the cinema was getting pretty big. Simple lighting. One thing they do have is this shelf made from an old shipping container. It's got these, I put this light down, this table light down, and the scales, coincidentally enough. Always wanted to use one of those lights down and was never able to. A toolbox so I can put some stuff in while I'm making it, and these people just stash their cameras and some drinks. And that is basically it. There are a few unused spots that I haven't used, and perhaps I'll go back and put some more food down. This is my water pump, and because it needs to be in water, it looks like it's sinking to work. So to end this video, let's take a look at Liberty Prime at night. He lights up just like the rest of the settlement. I think it's a good way to end this tour. Thank you for watching.